So, Governor, first of all, the Oversight Board approves this plan, and now you got to get to work in terms of implementing it. So how are you going to negotiate with bondholders, with creditors? What's the strategy?
Well, the strategy right now is to initiate conversations with this fiscal oversight plan that has been approved by the Oversight Board. So we're hopeful that we can get some arrangement, Title VI arrangement with the bondholders. And of course, we're going to pursue that very aggressively in the coming days.
What is the timeline on these negotiations?
Well, unfortunately, we only have till May 1st, till the stay on litigation holds up. So, we've made a request to extend it. I think it's in the best interest of everybody involved, of the board, of Washington, of the bondholders, and of the people of Puerto Rico, for us to have the opportunity to sit down with our bondholders. Even though we have some main credits, overall we have 19 different credits. So it's quite a task, but we're going to pursue it aggressively and see if we can find best alternative, best solutions for both bondholders and, of course, the people of Puerto Rico.
And Governor, you know this. Of course, the concern here in Washington is that some type of bailout would be needed. And of course, the political appetite here in Washington with the Republican-controlled Congress and this Republican-controlled White House, there's not much of an appetite for that. But I want to talk about these groups of creditors, because you talk to people at Oppenheimer Funds, you talk to people at Franklin Advisors, they have concerns about who's going to get paid first. How are you, Governor, going to decide who is going to get paid first? Because that's where this is going to get tricky.
Right. Well, let me touch upon the point of the bailout first. This plan does not consider a bailout. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even consider current federal funding coming into Puerto Rico. So what we have certified is a plan that reestablishes credibility in Puerto Rico. In the past, previous administration couldn't get the plan going, couldn't get anything certified. We finally got it going. Now, the effort will fall into our fiscal agent to start devising what a protocol for payment is, and we're going to execute accordingly. Of course, we need to sit down with our creditors, with the general obligation bonds, the COFINA bonds, and start having those talks. And after we get some information, then I can yield some more information about how that's going to run.
Yeah, but I guess their concern is going to be who's going to get paid first, because if they don't, their negotiation strategy, Governor, is that if they don't like what you have to say, of course they can threaten with litigation. Are you prepared to face their, right, I guess, political attacks if this ultimately ends up to the court? Isn't that going to end up costing Puerto Rico more money, quite frankly, that you guys might not have?
Well, Title VI is a renegotiation effort. So in order for it to be successful, I mean, both parties would have to agree. As you know, certain bonds are already in court against each other. And if there is no resolution in terms of good faith-based renegotiation efforts, then these things are going to go to Title III, which is a restructuring court. So I think it's in the best interest of all of us to sit down, renegotiate terms, see how the payment schedule is going to go, see what the vehicles are, see what strategies to change the schedule would be, because otherwise it's going to be left in the hands of the courts, and different credits will have sort of very different payouts.
Well, they're going to be watching closely, and you're an MIT grad, you're a numbers guy, you've got to crunch, you've got tough decisions coming up on everything from potential furloughs, 45% unemployment rate, you've got money cuts to healthcare. I guess in terms of, in addition to all of that, you could also face some procedural roadblocks from implementing this certified plan from policymakers and politicians within your own government. So I guess, what are you prepared to do to battle politically at home, in addition, of course, to these negotiations with the creditors, with the bondholders?
Well, yesterday I had a message to the people of Puerto Rico. We sent part of the message in English so that it could also translate to the world. And, you know, our government is aligned. We know we have to execute. We are behind the fiscal oversight plan that we presented, that the people of Puerto Rico presented, that our government presented. We feel very confident about it. And we do so because our plan actually eliminates the potential for, you know, reducing healthcare coverage to people that are in need, or actually executing furloughs, which is a conditional appointment to the certification of the plan. But we're very confident that we can implement some of our strategies. We've said so from the beginning. You know, our view, our vision is to reduce a government that's 131 agencies big into one that's about 35 agencies. That's going to take about 4 or 5 years to execute. But we're also planning on doing the same thing with capping, the PMPM in healthcare, but broadening the reach. We're doing the same in education. So I'm very confident, and our legislature
you're confident.
is
we appreciate your
100%
time.
behind us.